Hello everyone, today I'm here to share with you a fun way and to finish up your wax seal, because as you can see it's always a bit irregular on the edges, and I don't really like that for two reasons. First, it's not always regular all around, and secondly, it's quite thick on the, it's quite bulky here on the side. I hope you can see if the camera will focus. Yeah, I think you can see what I want to show you. You see here, it's kind of bulky on this edge here, and there is no bulkiness. So I don't really like this irregularity. So I will show you how I come from that to that. So you can see the difference. I'm sorry, it's very sunny here today, but I won't complain. And also at the end of the video, we will make some little dangle out of our wax seal. So let's get started. I am on a project which have a lot of pink and purple on it. So I will put three palette of wax. It's like that, and I have a few different stamp to use for my wax seal. I have some flowers, I have some leaf, I have some roses, I have my cute little initial VB. I have some made with love. I have a Ganesha. I have a butterfly. So I have a few different ones that I want to try with you today. And I have, how do you call that? Bamboo skewer or something like that? Yeah. When you want to mix, let's do that. When you want to mix your color, of course, you don't want to have a blob of purple and a blob of pink. So what I usually do is I just use my skewer to make some swirl until I'm quite happy with how the color mixed together. So I have my little wipe, the dry wipe here to put my skewer, and then I will take what is in the spoon, which is very hot. I will just drop it in my plate. Oh, I don't have enough, I think, or maybe it's not. So I don't put my stamp directly. I leave it to cool down a little bit before to apply my stamp. So let's see. I think there's not enough, but we'll see. It's a bit. Leave that for a second, and you will see when it come off. You see, it's resistant, so it's not enough. So let's put some more in between, because that wasn't enough. So I have some leftover inside. So I guess this time that will be better. You see, this is not enough. You don't have enough to make the wall round. but that doesn't matter, it won't be wasted. I will either cut it around the butterfly to have like a wax charm, or I will just drop it down again to melt, if you're not happy with that. Usually when I started, after the first time, I only put 3 wax bits in my spoon, and I feel that it's enough to make one little wax seal. So I'm okay with that. This time I will have too much because I have the first 3 from the beginning and then another 3. So I will have enough to make maybe 2. So again, I mix my color a little bit until I'm happy with that. And then I will drop that in my block and I will make 2. Even if this one is small, I won't care. And immediately I had some more. So this time I will make some gold purple. And again, I take my stamp, apply it after it have cooled down a little bit, and then I put another one to cool down. So when you have waited enough time, it removes easily, and you can see this time I have a good round shape around here, and here it's not completely all around, but that's fine. I will show you in a moment what I will do with that. And I always use a palette knife to remove my wax seal from the... If you don't wait too much and if it's still a little bit warm, then it won't take time to remove it. So now by the time I did that, my wax is already melted. Just a little bit of gold everywhere. Okay, and it's ready to pour in my plate. Okay, once again, I will make this a little bit more dark with this one. I'll take another seal and apply it when it starts to cool a little bit. And leave it 1 or 2 seconds, a few seconds, to allow it to take the print very well. This is starting to melt already. It doesn't take a long time. This is already going out, and you can directly, you see when it's hot, it's really easy to come off. More visible. Okay. Oh, I love that color. It's really pretty. Okay. So now I will make the roses. Again, let's cool that down a little bit. Maybe I wait for 5 seconds to let it cool. Not much. So I will clean my spoon. for now. Take out the flame. It's not coming for now, though, so you don't remove it if it's not coming. It's coming, you remove. Don't force it. And then you take it out from your plate. I use my acrylic block to make that. I guess you can do it directly on your glass mat, but I don't want to have the cleaning mess to make after my work, so I won't do that. Okay, so the next step is to put some color on the design, on the shape, to make it pop from the background. So how I do that is I take some acrylic metallic paint or antique wax. You can easily add some metallic texture paste. You can use almost anything you want to add some color. Today I will use this green acrylic paint here. You don't need a lot. So I'll take a brush, a paintbrush. You can do that with your finger. I mean, you can take your paint and just rub over the shape. But what I don't like with the finger is that it put paint almost everywhere in the background. And I don't want that, and it's always much difficult to clean it than to make it clean from the first time. And with my paintbrush, I just go over the whole design with a thin layer. You don't need a lot of paint, so I just dip the end of my brush and I go all over, and doing that with a small paintbrush, it's very easily to control where the paint is going, and it's really easy to not go where you don't want it to go. You see? So I have a pink background, and now I have this beautiful metallic green butterfly on top of it. Okay, so let's do another one. So I will do the rose in the same color, and then I will show you how you can add some accent by adding a contrasting color. Because it's really fun with that is that you can make almost anything that you want. Because using the paintbrush is so easy and so quick. I don't see why you won't do that with your paintbrush and still continue with your finger, as you have so much more control with the paintbrush. So let that dry a little bit. Cleaning my brush, closing my paint, and taking another color. So for example, I will add a bit of brown, and I have this antique wax cire, which is a brown color, as you can see here. And I will just use a little bit of this brown to add some contrasting color on my butterfly and I will just add it along the body and the antenna. Like so. Do you see it? I hope you can see it on the camera with the sun. So I like that. And for the flower, I will add a little bit of brown on the spiral. For a better result in the contrast, you should wait for the first coat to dry, for the first color to dry. Otherwise, it's like adding like a kind of a patina to your design. And maybe just on top, on the earth of the flower. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's that dry. To make a better shape of my wax seal, we will take the leaf. Okay, so for this leaf, for example, I add some gold metallic paint on the leaf, and then I come with the brown antique wax, and I add some brown along the stick of the leaf. Maybe is that how you call that? And on the small lines inside the leaf, so we have some contrasts. I will take some picture and some close-up at the end of the video for you to see better, because I guess with the sun it's not easy to see the contrast. Okay, so this is completely dry now because I had the paint yesterday evening. And what I will do is I will use my finger precise knife, which have a very sharp blade and which have this little round shape here to put your index finger here, and then you take it as a pencil and you can make some round, you can make some line, you can make some curve. You can really manage to have a very nice cut with it. As you can see here, it's not only for straight line, you can really manage to do whatever you want. And what I will do, okay, so it wasn't showing properly how I cut around my wax seal, so I made another video with a different angle for the camera, so I hope this time you can see better. So I will cut all around the edge here, just outside the first circle. So let's do that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this time I can get it right. Okay. I need to still put my finger on top of it to hold it properly. Otherwise I won't be able to cut through the wax if I don't hold it properly enough. But at least this time you can see what my cutting knife is doing. Okay, so yeah, it's not cutting deeply enough. Okay, and now I come back all around to see if there is any sharp angle, to smooth it out a little bit. Really slowly, taking your time. Yes. And here I can see that it's not smooth. Okay. Okay, so now you can see that it's not easy to see in the camera, but it's kind of changing the color because of the knife. So what I will do to smooth that out is I will come with my lighter. I just put it back a little bit to avoid burning my hand. And with the flame, I will just pass a little bit, not too much and not too close to the edge, just like so. And with my finger, I just rub that, going all the way around. And it really helps to get that perfectly round and perfectly smooth. So of course the cutting and the fire part is not recommended to let it do by your children or very young child, because that can be dangerous for their fingers. And even for you, if you try that, just be careful and keep in mind that those little craft knives are really sharp on the blade, and you can really hurt yourself if you pay not attention. So here we go. We have our little wax seal plate ready to use in your project. So you can use that in cluster, you can use it in your journal, you can use it to close an envelope, you can use it to close anything you want, and it's very thin. You don't have any bulky edges, and it's very regular now. Number 1, make the wax seal. Number 2, add some paint on top of your design to make it more efficient, more visible. You see, like this butterfly is really visible. This one also, which is dry by now. It doesn't take a long time to dry because it's really quick. And with this knife also, you can also just cut . So you can use your wax seal as it is. If you like the bulky edges and irregular edges, you can cut just around the shape to make your own 3D pieces. Let's see and you can cut all around the shape in a circle way to have some flat embellishment for your junk journal. So this can be used also in a collage, in a cluster, anything that you want. But for today, I will make some cute little dangle with some bulb pin, some thread, and some ribbon. Okay, so let's do one together. I will do a contrasting center flower with my green. Let's see. Here, in the very little center. Haha! Love that. Just a little thing to add some interest. That doesn't take long. It will be dry in no time. I can do that. I have space. Okay. Very quick. You see? I'll do let's do two. I will also do this one. This one says Happy Mail. I think I have space for that here. Yes, I have. Yeah. Pin. Maybe I can add a blue for this one. And a light purple for this one. Okay. Maybe I can go with all of that. It's kind of nice. So you fold your ribbon in two, not having you place your ribbon the way you want them to be. Fold your ribbon in two, making sure that on the folding that you have all the 3 layers in one spot, because that will help the ball pin to be secure properly. And then you go through your all the ribbon and you go like so. And then I will come back with a little thread and I will place my ribbon as I want, okay, to separate a little bit the ribbon, to have and I will just sew a little bit of here, really invisible in blue thread or something like that, to make them stick well together. Little dangle here, ready to put in your journal or in your bag as you want. So that is one. That is the one that I quickly did before the video with the little bee. Let's do a purple one. No, this is not totally dry. I'll do this butterfly. So I hope you enjoyed this little quick and fun project today. And if so, please like my video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon for the next project. Bye.